over the next 2 to 3 years, the millionaires are going to be made in the AI gold rush. And these aren't huge billion-dollar companies like ChatGPT or Google. These are actually small one-person businesses where the founder doesn't even have any coding or technical experience, where they're using AI tools to solve a real problem for people and make thousands every month. And there's going to be hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of these startups built with AI technology over the next 2 to 3 years. And in this video, I want to show you our step-by-step process to go all the way from coming up with an idea all the way to shipping it and actually getting customers so you can launch your own AI business in 2026. And this is the exact process that we go through at Plaiground whenever we want to ship an idea. Our team has shipped over 100 digital products. Our team has shipped over 100 products. In this process, you don't need any technical experience, any coding experience at all, because AI is going to do all the work for you. And if you want to get the exact prompts and process that we use so you can do it yourself, obviously follow along, but there's a link in the bio if you want all the details and the prompts. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the very first step when it comes to starting an AI business in 2026 is coming up with your idea. Now, you may already have an idea and you can skip this step, or you can try and find a better idea. But the good thing is that we don't need to have $1 million idea, because AI can actually do all the market research, all the competitor research, and find us the ideas that are going to make us the most money. Now, for context as well, obviously there's a spectrum of AI tools you can build, right? You can build huge ones, like some of the stuff that we do with facial recognition and multi-step and all these kind of crazy tools involved in them. But for something complex like that, you may need a little bit of technical skill. What we're going to be speaking about and walking through in this video is something a little bit simpler. Again, it's still going to work. You're still going to be able to monetize it and make money from it. But, we can't build the next for, again, ChatGPT. Instead, what we're going to do, and I'll walk you through this in a second, is we're actually going to take these existing tools, ChatGPT, Claude, Google's image generator, Sora, video generator. And we're not going to compete with them. What we're going to do is we're going to use that technology. We're going to package it up in a way and build an amazing user experience where we're going to leverage that tool. We're going to build it into our tool, and then people are going to pay us for the experience and the flow and our knowledge in terms of how to use that tool. And I'll show you some examples of that in a second. And we're going to get AI to do it. Now, for this step, I like using Grok and I like using ChatGPT both at the same time, just to get as many ideas in as possible. ChatGPT's deep research is great because it, scans the whole internet, reads reports, reads research studies, and really does an in-depth report and gives you a ton of ideas. But Grok is great as well because obviously it's connected to X, right? And on X, it has all the news, all the stories. Oh, this startup launch, it does this, all the kind of viral stuff trending right now. So I want to get best business models, ChatGPT, find the one, and I can go through them and pick them. One thing which I would mention as well is the way that at least we think of ideas is 2 steps, right? So there's an actual kind of business model and the business flow. So, is it an image generator where somebody comes in, they upload an image, the AI can tweak it using an AI tool, and then they pay for the image on the outside or a subscription, or it could be just a chatbot or a text back and forth. It could be a kind of personal workboard dashboard where every day they go in, they have a daily challenge or a daily task, and then they kick it off, right? These are all kind of different business models. So first, we want to figure out a business model with great unit economics, something we can build pretty easily with AI. And the second thing, once we have that business model and it's proven and the economics look good, we want to map that on to a niche. So it could be an astrology chatbot for astrology women, or it could be a legal chatbot that's trained on the local city or the local country legal data, and then it can, read through contracts or whatever it is. Or it could be, if it's an image generator, let's say, where again, people upload images and auto edit it, we could do one with social media users where it's like, hey, like make your pics look better for Instagram or for Tinder or whatever it is. Or we could take that same kind of core business model and give it to real estate agents where it's like, hey, you're taking property photos, but they look unprofessional. The lighting is shit. This AI will kind of beef it up, edit it, make it look way more professional, make it way look better. Or we could take that and then give it to an architect or a designer where they can upload plans, and then it will mock up images of the house for free, hyper realistic. So again, millions of ideas, but we don't need to worry about that. So I have Grok and I have ChatGPT open, so prompt ready. That's a tip as well. I can't do it because I'm filming, but you can just kind of talk into Grok for whatever you want, whether it's research or building the app. Basically, what I'm asking for is, hey, research online, what's going viral on X, top kind of AI business models that are simple, that like a beginner can build on base 44, which I'll show you in a second. And that's going to make the most money. And the goal is making, let's say, so into, cool. Okay, so I've got back some of the research, and I've done the same in ChatGPT. So it's doing research, and now what Grok has done is, again, it's researched X, which has been awesome, and it is given me a list of kind of AI business models, kind of app types that I can use, and then attach onto a niche. So chatbot, goal tracker, content generator, booking app, quiz builder, custom mirror, niche directory app. I like this one, custom AI mirror. So it's a kind of AI journaling companion or thing. Now, if I was to go and build, an AI journaling companion, I'm going to get absolutely destroyed. Unless I have the sickest marketing ever and a huge budget, it's like there's probably 100 of them being launched this week. So what we need to do is take it a step further and go into a specific like sub-market or niche or problem that's kind of trending, picking up steam, viral, has underserved needs, and then attach this business model onto it. I like this one. Do deep market research online. Find me the best 6 niches growing. I can attach this business model on, will make me the most money. So let's see what it comes back with. But even in my head, as I'm seeing this, I'm thinking, okay, like I'm seeing some stuff. There's some like kind of like dark shadow self trending right now. There's some kind of like women, a female, femininity and kind of like divine femininity niche that's going on. There's like a personal bro, I don't know, like a looks maxing thing. So there's always kind of, or even like pregnancy, right? Like someone going through pregnancy, it's a daily journal. How you're feeling can be like an AI doctor for that. So just off the top of my head, I'm kind of thinking of all these different niches where we can just go in, just own that niche, and it's going to make us enough money. Mental health support, lots of legal stuff there, career development and growth, fitness, wellness, is too generic. Think niche. So I'm basically saying that shit, these are all super generic, be more specific. And that's a part, obviously, with AI. It's a lot of these, you just kind of bang your head against the wall. It's not going to be perfect yet, do it for you. So this is like a perfect example of the first prompt or the second prompt not necessarily going to plan, but we're going to save it. So let's see kind of what Grok comes back with in terms of niches. Romantic companions for loneliness, fictosexuality, don't really want to do that. Crypto market, ADHD, autism. So let's put the and esports. Basically, ADHD. Let's just focus on ADHD, and then let's do that kind of like personal journaling thing. So let's do ADHD, and then model. And obviously, I'm not an ADHD expert. AI is. So what I'm gonna do is and again, every app's gonna be different. So unless you're building this exact app, the process you go through may be different. I'm kind of more giving you my frameworks, and then it's going to take you in, using to figure it out. So in this example, basically what I want to do, obviously I'm going into like health territory, and it's going to be, there's going to be risks involved and people. But for this example, what I want to do, I'm not an ADHD expert, so I'm going to research the internet or get AI to do a full-scale research of the most effective science-backed ADHD treatments for different kinds of ADHD, get that kind of training model, get that data. So it's like, the smartest ADHD psychologist ever, and then put that framework into the app. So number one, obviously it gets results and it's based on science. So we can do this with Claude, and I'm going to say basically, okay, so this is the building interactive journal and daily tracker. Do deep research online into any pain treatment. What works the best based on science? The fastest possible way to get avatar to their goals. Come up with, think deep on the avatar and with the perfect logic system AI product to get them to their desires ASAP and effectively as possible. This is another thing, a small note as well, but whenever I'm doing AI and working with things like this, when I'm building a product or marketing, as you'll see in a second, everything comes down to the avatar, right? So I'm not going to be, I think the app should have this, and it's like, can do that, but I would rather be like, hey, do deep avatar research, figure out exactly what their pain points are, other products that they've tried that are really, really shit. It's going to find all that data and be like, just what's going to be the best for them. I want to get them the result, I want to how do we do it? Gun to the head, what's like the fastest way? And then AI is going to figure out the best solution to kind of build that into the product, right? So I don't need to think of it all. I'm just prompting where it's like, hey, man, use all your fucking AI power. We need to solve ADHD in the most effective way possible. How are we going to do it, right? So we don't need to be overwhelmed with niches that we go into. And obviously we can change it up. So write in simple, plain English, the logic and flow of this app. And again, bio below, I've got basically all these prompts. So anything, try yourself. But you want to see that on a lot of these prompts, because if you've gone 2 business 3 in different niches, it's the same kind of thinking. Again, doing the market, finding the market, going deep on the avatar, building the perfect experience for them. No matter what you're building, everything is avatar focused, right? So again, now it's doing deep research treatments. If I had more time, I would probably, get something like ChatGPT, deep research, or Excel, do some kind of hardcore stuff. I'm trying to kind of launch something in 40 minutes or whatever it is. So Grok is loading, and I'll pause. I'll come back once this is all written. So basically, Claude has gone on the internet, done research into the most effective ADHD treatments based on science. It's kind of written up like an ideal scenario if it had to do everything and it'd be perfect, what the app would be. Now, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Claude to take this, put it into a written brief for Base 44, which is the AI app builder that we're going to be using today. So we can actually build the app inside Base 44. So this is great. MVP, which is sellable and is user experience for retention and results on this. Don't over just the minimum features. Write in plain ink. Don't mention branding or anything code or techie. Just write the perfect Base 44 prompt this app so it's ready to go live. Put everything, don't get lazy, make it perfect. There's no question. Again, sorry, I prompt like a bit of a cowboy, but I'm just saying the goal. Build me the perfect prompt. One prompt this in Base 44. Everything that the MVP version of the app that I can sell needs to have, the whole flow. So now it's going to think of the logic. Think of the avatar. It's going to go through the competitors. Going to look at kind of like all the research and the data in terms of what works, what actually gets the results, and combine that with user flow, and it's going to write the technical brief for me. Now, this is a kind of lazy way to do it. You can get this written out and then go in and edit it. Just for time's sake, I'm going to kind of take this and build it, but you can also do it manually. Like right now, I'm working on this app. It's a kind of crazy AI account manager, project manager tool. And it's super complex. So I have to spend sometimes 3 hours, 4 hours writing out, okay, this happens and then this happens, just because I know it so well. In this example, AI is going to do work for us, 44. I think we try and go in there, sign up, and you can speak, and it's going to build it for you. Better because it's just going to guess a lot of the time, and then you're going to have to go in and change this, and then things break, where it's way better doing the work up front, understanding the app, all tools, everything that you're going to have so it's perfect, and then give it Base 44 so it can build it in one prompt. Okay, so this is building out now. I'm going to wait for this to finish, and then I'll come back, copy this into Base 44, and we can actually start building the app. Okay, so one thing we can do while we to Dribble and start thinking of branding. So Dribble is kind of like how one puts their designs on it. So what I like doing is branding, because then we can recreate or kind of change it for our own. So search this up. Let's take a look at some good so we like 44 brief. So what I can do is I'm going to copy this, go on to Base 44. I'm going to paste it in, branding style attached, and I'm going to drag in. So I add the images, and I've copy and pasted the Claude prompt into. So now, as you can see in front of us, Base 44 is building the entire app, all of the pages, the design language, kind of logic in the back end. We've kind of come up with the idea and brainstormed it, and now it's doing all the technical stuff in the back end. So what I'm gonna pause. So it's been a few minutes, and now Base 44 has built the V1 of the app, right? It's done everything. I can tell it's super in depth. So once you have the V1 of the app in Base 44, basically what you want to do, and this is really the most time consuming part of the process, is you kind of want to go through it as a user, experience it, see if anything breaks, see if it all works. It's ready for production. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this flow. The branding looks pretty good. I can change the branding, obviously. So get task done. Editate. All right, cool. With the task list has a companion animal, and it's gonna start first day thing. I'm gonna morale as well. See if it's optimized. Like my check-in. How's my energy right? Whatever. Anxious. Let's say happy. Today's mission. Meditate. Let's say I started. Great. So now it kind of breaks down the tasks. The ADHD data shows you the best thing. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm done, and then need a break. So what I would do this, go through the settings, make any changes, but it looks pretty freaking good. Like this, if I wanted to build this a year ago, it would have cost hundreds of G's probably, or you know weeks or months of devs, and it took me 4 minutes, and I didn't really do anything. So this looks good. Now, once you're kind of happy with the app and the product, at least for a V1, obviously, there's gonna be just some settings. I'm gonna make a settings. You want to make sure that backend functions is activated, usually reactivated depending on your plan. And yeah, public. And then when I'm happy with this, I'm going to publish it. So right now we have a working app. The next step that we want to do once it's working is obviously create so people can pay and can get money, and then obviously build the marketing campaign traffic to get people to the site. So what you want to do once you're happy with the app is you want to go into your Stripe account, and you can even chat here like payment gateway linked my Stripe account to do the billing. Tell me what you need to do as an example. And what I already know is it's going to be going into Stripe, going into developers, creating an API key, and then copying it in. So there you go. Stripe key. I had a business account or a Stripe account for this ADHD flow. 2 clicks, get the Stripe key pasted in here, and then you basically what that's going to do is it's going to connect Base 44 to your Stripe account so they can speak to each other with the API. And then when someone comes in and they purchase, they're going to be a customer on your Stripe account. The money's going to go into your Stripe account, and then Stripe's going to confirm them and give them access into the app. And they bill every month. If they don't bill, they get canceled. So it's kind of working that AI logic between your payment gateway. So obviously you get money into your Stripe account, into your bank, and then integrating into accounts and billing and different memberships inside the app, right? So you can figure that out. Basically, you would want to paste that in so that everything's ready. Now, the next step, like we said, is the website funnel. So this is where we're going to drive traffic to, whether we're running ads, whether we're doing Instagram or organic or affiliates. People will go to this page, they'll learn about the app, they'll put their credit card in that they just did. Now, we haven't spoken much pricing and kind of business trial, and then it's $30 a month. Is it $10 a month up front? Obviously, this is going to depend on your, on your industry, on your niche, on your product, and things like that. But again, I would just get Claude to help. If I was kind of doing this a little bit slower, once I had that idea of the ADHD journal, I would be like, okay, get that. Whether running ads to, we need that homepage and that funnel page, as I was saying. I would kind of work that out in terms of what that funnel, what that offer structure looks like. In this case, I'm just going to say let's just say it's a free 7-day trial, and then $30 a month. So 3-day trial a month is price. And then what I'm going to do I'm going to get it to actually build me the funnel and the landing page for this product inside Base 44. And again, you don't need to be a copywriter or a marketing expert, because okay, so now we're going to be prompting the funnel once we have the kind of offer and the pricing, and we've connected our Stripe account in the back end. So same thing here. Again, I have heaps of experience in copywriting and marketing. It's been my thing for like 6 years now. You don't need to be a copywriting expert or marketing expert, again, because AI knows the avatar, it knows the best copy that's going to work, it knows all the best design principles. We just need to prompt it in the right direction so it builds out the perfect product. So you can get all these prompts so it's done for you. But I would say something where it's like, think deep on the avatar, build a separate landing page that sells the product at this price. Minimum 10 sections, direct response in the avatar's word, must convert 100%. Buttons is in every section. Don't lie or make anything. Think deep on avatar, the perfect page add urgency to bottom, sticky button on whole page, mobile optimize the whole page, make sure every headline, every piece of copy is for the avatar. So what you can do is you can go straight in here, do this, and it's going to build the funnel for you. And like I said last time, everything comes down to the avatar. So whether you're building the product or whether you're building the marketing funnel, it's like, hey, think deep on this avatar, exactly what they're thinking, feeling, the exact words that they're using, everything that they've tried, their objections, their skepticisms. Base 44 uses Claude, so it's going to know a lot of this stuff, or I could just import a lot of this data and build me the perfect product, everything that they're going to need to hear and read and see and feel in order to convert it 100%. Obviously, no page is going to convert at 100%, but that's where we're pushing the AI. So now it's thinking, it's planning the next steps, and just like the tool, we can wait here. But what I'm going to do instead is, while we're actually waiting for this tool, and I don't know how well my laptop's going to handle all of this while filming, but what we can start doing is thinking about how we're going to drive traffic. And I can make a whole separate video on this completely, but I guess like 4 ways. But it's going to be paid ads, organic, TikTok, Instagram, free videos that cost no money. It can be cold one-to-one direct outreach, which I wouldn't do for this. It's going to be more for B2B. You know, if you make it an app for plumbers, we can, get lead lists and kind of email hundreds of plumbers every day. Hey, here's the app, here's a free trial. And then affiliates as well, so partners. So we can give away like revenue, sales or percentage or whatever it is to someone that has a big audience, and they can sell the product for us. And there's kind of like obviously different ways. In this example, just because it's the most familiar with me and I can get it live the fastest to start validating angles on the product, is going to be Facebook ads. So whether you're doing Facebook ads or Instagram, really any tools, AI can help with this as well, okay? And what we're going to be doing in this example is using a tool called HiggsField. And basically HiggsField combines all AI generation tools. So whether it's like Google's image generator, ChatGPT's generator, some kind of open source stuff from China, and you can use all of these generators inside this platform. So I can go and get an image. Instead of needing to have 5 subscriptions, I just subscribe to HiggsField. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use HiggsField to make an AI video ad that I can run on Facebook and even post it on TikTok or Instagram to crush. And again, if you have an idea, you can type it in, but I'm going to go back to Claude and say, hey, I need to make the perfect 12-second video ad. I'm prompting Sora to think deep on the avatar, viral UGC videos in the niche, the language, and come up with the perfect script that will go for 10 seconds to convert at 100%. With click below CTA at the end. Write me the perfect script for the avatar. All right, so I'm gonna give that into Claude. I think Claude's the best for thinking and kind of writing and creating, which is why we get it to create that kind of product brief. We could have also got it to create the funnel copy and then paste that into base 44 for the last step, but also it's gonna create the script. So you can see here it's writing avatar. Cool. All right, so let's go. So I'm gonna go into HiggsField. I'm gonna copy that prompt, create video, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste this script in, and then I'm gonna go create an iPhone UGC video, mixed 30-year-old female in nice apartment, shot on iPhone, hyper realistic, natural lighting. Organic UGC feel, fast cuts and different angles between sentences. Okay, so spelling is absolutely terrible, but I'm kind of giving kind of idea and video style that I want. Sometimes AI kind of writes these complex ads that have too much stuff going on and it's like overkill. I just want like a UGC video, someone talking, different angles, and then the app. So let's see what that looks like. I'm going to hit generate, and this is going to take a few minutes, but we'll see how this goes, and then we'll check in on base 44 funnel build. Cool, it's done. So if I go into preview and I go into landing, I refresh, the funnel should come up. Perfect. Okay, so let's see what it says. You're not lazy, your brain just works different. Find the task system. Okay, start 70 trial. Again, go into the problems. This sound familiar. 15 to do apps. Everything else has failed you. Get a companion that grows with you. Again, like day 5 benefits, all this stuff. We just want to make sure that there's no like fake testimonials and nothing lying here, because there's some kind of like moral and legal implications here. I'm more kind of giving you the flow and the technology. So this looks pretty good. If I had to improve it, what I could do is go into HiggsField, go into image generator, and then take screenshots of the app. Like, okay, mock up the app on a laptop and a mobile device with a white background, download it, and then paste it in here for the images, right? So this is good enough just to show you, but if we really want to beef this up, could we make a video? Probably. Could we have a photo of an ADHD person here, before and after? Maybe. Could we have like the app and the playground and the mock-up here? Yeah, I think so. Yes, yes, yes. But again, this is just tweaking, right? All you need to do if you want to edit it is go in base 44, change this headline, add this image in, change this, whatever, and it'll do it for you, okay? I haven't connected my Stripe, but what would happen is if I had my Stripe page connected, we'd go here. It's probably going to fail or reload, but this would create like a checkout page linked to the Stripe that would be connected to the platform. And then once they purchase, they would go to onboarding. They would get an email from base 44. They would go to this page and then start the process, start the subscription, start going through the app or the tool, and then do it. And one thing I will mention as well, there's a website called Make Anything, which is kind of similar to base 44, but you can deploy straight on the app store. So depending on the app that you're building, if you want to keep like a web app or where people use Chrome to start, that's fine. But Make Anything you can deploy straight to the app store. So use either base 44 or Make Anything. So now we have a tool, we have a funnel. Like we said, realistically, assuming that Stripe is set up, we have an AI business right now. So people can go to this landing page, they'll go in, they'll put their account details in, credit card details.
I have ADHD and I literally cannot start tasks. This app breaks everything into 2-minute micro steps. I actually completed this today. I'm on a 12-day streak. My brain finally works with me. Click below. I have ADHD and I cannot start tasks.
And then get users in. So as an example with HiggsField, let's see what the video came back with. Okay, so that's freaking amazing. I also could have taken a screenshot of the app and kind of uploaded in here, but just for like example's sake, like this looks freaking awesome. And then what I would do is just go in, make different ad angles, and then run some Facebook ads, make sure that like the pixel is connected. Again, running Facebook ads is probably a whole video I'll do next. But I could do this on TikTok. I can make it a little bit more organic. Obviously, I can click in and make changes where make her older, remove the music, and then I could download this, add captions, and then the same thing is like I would be, okay, these are great for the first video, write me Facebook ad, copy, headlines, and body formatted, and to convert at 100% for the Avid CTA ending. And then this is going to give me the Facebook ad copy. So if I was running Facebook ads for this, again, I would make more of those videos. I would add some captions. I would get the copy that I'm going to run here. I would set it up in my Facebook ad account. Obviously, make sure that all the tracking is connected so I can track people signing up, and then just run ads. Let Facebook find the avatars. Let Facebook decide which videos, which copies the best variations, and then run this. And then I should be able to look at the numbers. Okay, I spent $100 yesterday. I got 10 signups with the free trial. After a week, I'll figure out the churn rate and then see, okay, a 2x return on ad spend or a 1x return on ad spend. And obviously, this is going to depend on your pricing model and how you go after. Sometimes if you're priced too low, Facebook ads aren't going to work just because of pricing and profitability. So you may have to go into TikTok organic or Instagram Reels organic, where you don't have to spend money on ads. And then I recommend using this tool called Reel Farm, where you can create AI slideshows and videos and get them ready to post. I could go into Claude and be like, okay, think deep on the avatar, write me like the perfect slideshow copy or the perfect prompts for Reel Farm. I'd probably even put in some of the guides here, copy and paste that into Claude. But hey, here's how to do it. Here's how it works. Write me scripts for my product. And then in 2 minutes, I'll have reels or carousels or slideshows that I can post on Instagram, hopefully get some views, link in bio, people purchase, and you're on. So in a nutshell, we've done it. We've started an AI business from scratch. So to recap the flow, again, we're not taking on ChatGPT, we're not taking on these big competitors. We're finding these existing tools and these existing logics, applying them on a business model and applying them on a niche that's going to make us money. So we're going to come up with the idea. Once we have an awesome idea that's proven that we like and that we're passionate about, or that we think is going to make money, we take that into Claude. We get Claude to build the product spec in terms of what the perfect product for the avatar is going to be. Everything that needs to be included. We take that, put it into base 44, Make Anything, we build the app. Once the app's working and it's live, we connect our payment method. Another thing as well, which is kind of obvious, but if you go in here into domains, you want a domain as well. So like you can buy domains directly from base 44 and your ADHD flow planner, whatever it is, .com, and then it'll connect to here. Once we've done that, we want to build the funnel. So the landing page where traffic's going to drive to, where they can purchase and sign up for the app. And then obviously we need traffic. So we need Facebook ads, Instagram organic, cold DMs, affiliates, whatever it is, posting on social media or groups, to obviously drive traffic, get people signing up and start using that app. So you can replicate this process across any vertical, any niche. We can go B2C, we can go B2B. Really, really is limitless. And this was a really, really kind of simple example of an app. Where things start to get crazy, and obviously what we're doing at the agencies, where we can add in, you know, multi-tools, lots of kind of different models and lots of different tasks in that flow. Instead of just being a text app, we can add video or voice or whatever it is and kind of make it a whole experience. And if you want something like that, obviously it's going to be a little bit more complex. So you can come to us at the agency. But if you do just want to build something yourself, you can follow this process. And also there's a link in the bio where we have a challenge where all of the prompts that I just gave you, all of the exact systems and the templates, you can just copy and paste them and build an app live with me and my team and actually get it live in 4 days, working, making money. So it's a little bit more in-depth than this video. You get all the tutorials, but it's in the bio. So if you need and you want to build something big and you don't want to build it, the link where you can speak to me and our team to see if our devs want to build it for you, something we can partner on. But if you want to do it yourself, there's also a link to that 4-day challenge to launch below that comes with everything. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to be pumping out a lot. If you have any questions, any feedback, anything that you want me to cover, leave them in the comments below. I'll reply and I'll kind of take ideas from you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Get out there, get on Base 44, get on Claude, start building stuff, send over what you build, and yeah, crush it. This is the gold rush. This is like the best time. We have like a 2-year window where shit's about to get crazy, and it already is getting crazy. So we're capitalizing off it. I am, and I think you should be too. And this video is going to push you in the right direction. So go out, ship your stuff. I've been Lucas. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry, rants, and I'll see you in the next vid.